Envy is my sin.
Oh, what's in the box? What's in the fucking box?
And I forgot to turn the GIF off. Of course.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It is now time for that show where we open and we see
What's in the box? What's up, ladies and gentlemen? That was actually an old intro that I set up and I found for today. Vaughn is one of the first that I actually had on this show way back in the day from Monster MD. So welcome back, Vaughn. Good to see you, brother. How you been?
Thanks, my friend. You know, I was found in a box.
Oh.
Once,
a long time ago. And you escaped?
I mean, someone pulled me out, but yeah, I got out. I'm great, man. I'm great. I'm so excited to get to hang with you again and have you check out some of my new books.
Yes, I'm
awesome.
so excited. It's been a while since I've read any new Vaughn. You know,
it's back, baby.
Yeah,
and there's many of them, and you've got plenty to read.
Yeah, you are hard working, man. You're here, there, and everywhere. It seems like every time I turn around, there's a new book that you're working on. That like Martina's book, Lady Alchemy.
Yeah,
you're working on that, man.
Well, that came out. That's getting into hands too. That's almost done with fulfillment. So that's been awesome too. That's like yet another book of mine coming out this summer.
Yeah,
I wrote and helped with. Yeah,
really, looking forward to that one, man. Definitely. I mean that poor book had a rough
you're
road.
Getting that as well. Awesome. Cool.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I backed that one a long time ago. And when I saw that you had jumped on, I was like, fuck yeah. I know that the quality is going to be right there where it's supposed to be. Well, yeah.
That was a good, it was good to get to work with her on her story and kind of like help structure it to where it worked as a comic well. And to like help her out because like she had been through so much hell. With her other team, like the comic was like about to not get done, you know, and all these backers like you were going to be left high and dry, and it was like kind of like a rescue mission kind of thing, but it worked out.
Hell yeah, man, and I'm glad to hear it. You know, it always helps when you have somebody that knows comics and loves comics and can help polish that story up and present it in a way. You know, so I'm very glad you were able to jump on that project, man.
Thanks, man. I'm glad you backed it. That's cool.
Yeah. Let's say hi to the chat. We got a chat here. What's up, Alex VRB says, what's in the box? He says, gonna listen a bit while I play Pathfinder. Nice. Skull Flying Feline, good to see you, beautiful. Thank you for being here. And she freaked out because why is the hawk not blue? Let's see. There it is. Why is the hawk not blue? Because that's the old logo. See, that was when I first started. But the hawk needs to be fixed. Yes, it does. I didn't get a chance to re-render that one today. So it's been a while. It's been a while since we've had Vaughn on the show, and been very busy. You know, and I got 2 books that I'm going to be opening up today as evidence that he's been so busy. But have you gotten a chance to read anything recently, man? Is there anything that's like, really tickling your brain recently?
I've been reading. Yes. Yeah. In terms of Comixgate books, I actually really enjoyed Cyberfrog 2.
Awesome.
I really, loved Narwhal's Nosferatu.
Nice, dude.
I liked Clint Stoker's Dracula.
Yes, I was just about to say.
It was good, isn't it?
Dude, Donald did such a good job on that fucking book. Holy shit, they both did. But, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it was killer collab on that one. What else? There are so many, like, good ones like that I read recently, and I know I'm, like, leaving stuff out. What was another good one? Oh, Carlo Rose Deathsworn. I got that.
Oh, I'm still waiting on that one too. Oh my god,
it's
I can't
on the way.
Fucking wait.
I saw the stacks of them. Yeah, he's shipping them out. Oh my lord, what a book! Oh,
I bet, man. Like he disappeared. That book took him out of like the scene. He just poof gone. And then here's the book.
It was a girl. I bet it was a girlfriend. That's what I think happened to him.
It's priorities, man. Priorities. Like I got to get this book done and got to spend time with my lady. I mean, I can totally understand. Yeah. Yeah, no, I can totally understand. Hey, man, as long as I get my book, I don't give a fuck. You know? Yeah, exactly. You know, you live your best life, homie. Just come back and hang out.
No,
you know, signs of life every now and then.
He had some crazy things go down in honesty.
Yeah.
That, I don't know all the details on, of course, and you know, it's very personal, I'm sure. So, best of all the best to him. And all I can say is,
man,
we demand more Death Swarm. You know, it is so good.
Damn right.
I hope to hell he just keeps making it forever. He seems to be doing that. So keep it up.
Well, I mean, he leveled up as he was working on it, and that was part of the problem for him. He went back and actually started fixing like what he did before, and so
he must have redone that book
about. I swear, I watched him redo it 4 to 5 times to polish it, and because he kept getting better and coming up with new ways to render, new ways to draw. He would decide he didn't like a character's proportions. He goes through, he does the whole character over again throughout the book. It's crazy. He polished it
man.
Like just with all the love in his heart, I guess you could say. So the book shows it. I mean, it's
blood, sweat, and tears. You know, that's what that's what indie comics is about, right? You do this because you're passionate about it. You know,
you're obsessed.
And then
you're obsessed is the word I think of. You're addicted.
You are.
Yeah,
like
that's true.
It takes a certain type to do what we do.
Well, yeah, I mean, why else would you want to sit at a desk for 8, 9, 12 hours a day and either draw or type stuff out or both, or I don't know, man. You got to love this shit. You got to love it. Otherwise it'll get to you. You got to have fun with it.
Yeah, you do. I was shocked when I was I had a friend artist, and he seems like he's having fun when I look at his sketches and everything. But no, like he looks at everything as work. Everything is just work. I was like,
no,
what?
Where's the joy in that? Like, where's the joy in that?
What? Everything's pain and suffering? Really? There's no fun? Because then why do it? What the hell?
Exactly. What's the point then?
Do something else painful that makes more money then. I don't know.
Seriously, go do if you really want to do something painful, go do fucking advertising illustration. That shit is boring as fuck. And if you don't get those lines right, then get your fucking ass out of here.
A whole board of people tell you you're done or whatever.
Exactly.
And the money could be good, better than selling comics. I don't know.
I mean, if you're good at bullshitting, if you can sell a bunch of corporate schmooze on your fucking idea. But selling an idea to a group of unimaginative suits. Yeah, man, I'd rather make comics.
Yeah, I can't. I don't do well in those worlds. I don't take people in status very seriously, and so when you put me in a corporate world of people in suits that I'm supposed to revere, I'm just like, they can tell I don't care, and then they don't like, and then I'm just whatever, I don't care. And then that's it. Like it happened. I don't take even authority seriously, or my bosses as seriously as I should. So it's just like I have to be my own boss.
You see, I will take you seriously based on how you talk to me. If you talk to me like a person and you're straightforward and no bullshit with me, I'll respect you and talk to you and treat you like an equal. But if you talk down to me, then we're gonna have a fucking issue.
I hate snob.
If you're gonna be snobby about it, you may be like this high up, whatever. But if you treat your underlings with respect, then you deserve the recognition and the respect and the authority. If you're just gonna act like you deserve it, then you can go fuck yourself.
I'm always really good at just automatically giving bosses respect, and then but if they don't give it to me, it's gonna It's
going to end real quick, and they ain't gonna like it. No, I'm right there with you, brother. I'm right there with you.
Oh yeah, but
that's why I've had to start working for myself as well.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You
still on the shop too? You still working? In the shop?
No, I actually stopped working in the shop about a year ago. This month actually. The older owner sold it to a former or a current customer. I had the opportunity to buy it, but I wasn't sure that I actually wanted to be tied down to a shop. And after she sold it and I wasn't working there anymore, I got to go to my first convention in like a decade. And then I got to go down to MegaCon and do interviews at MegaCon like I did fucking 15 years ago. So yeah, things are getting better. I'm doing an illustration. I'm doing the interiors for a book right now.
We'll keep
yeah,
on killing it, man.
Can't tell anybody what the book is. Can't show anybody what I'm drawing yet. But
right,
yeah,
but yeah,
just finished some sketch cards for somebody that we all know.
Oh man, okay,
So,
look at you getting it done. I like this.
Yeah, man. Yeah, this
That's
is this is my dream, man. This is what I want to do. Like, comics are bust, man. I want to tell stories.
There we go.
I want to tell stories with pitches. You know? So yeah.
And what do you and you've got your project that you're working on, like your baby.
Oh yes.
Of course.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got a story that I'm boiling up in the background as well.
Let me know if you need a trailer.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude.
I'll do.
I got you.
I'll do you
yeah.
right.
Uh-huh. Oh, I know, man. Dude, you've been making trailers all over the place. Every time I'm like, man, that's a dope-ass trailer. Who made that for you? Yeah, Vaughn made that for me. Uh-huh. I see his fingerprints all over it. You know, badass here, cool effects there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you make some good shit, dude. Yeah.
Good Von sauce on it.
That's right, man. That's right.
Tasty for everyone. I fucking love making trailers, man. It's so much fun. I'm helping people sell their book, but I'm getting people excited. I'm bringing rock and roll back to comics. I'm getting to, you know,
Fuck yeah, dude.
Getting to do that for people has been such a blast. I mean, and getting to do a trailer for like people like Shane Davis, Dale Keown. That I don't think that's fully sank in yet, like how cool that is to me. It's so amazing.
That is fucking dope, man. And you're getting to tell little stories for them. You know, that's what a trailer is. You're getting to tell a little story with like music and movement and whatnot.
You called it. Exactly.
Yeah. Dude,
you know what's that's exactly how I approach them. Story. Yeah.
Well, when I was a kid and I was just getting into using what I was doing last Wednesday, I was getting into video editing. I would, for fun, like take some of my favorite songs and I would start editing like videos together just to play around with video editing and like getting those beats and like telling a story that, you know, uses the peaks and valleys of the song along with the imagery. I mean, it's a fucking art form, man. I love that shit too. So I'm right there with you, man.
Yeah. If I can get certain parts of that trailer to hit on the certain notes and on the certain changes in the song,
man,
and just make it hit harder. Oh man, I'm like fist pumping. I'm like doing a dance while making my trailer. It's fun.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So
well, and if you're grooving to it, you know somebody else is gonna feel that as well. You know, they're gonna pick up on the grooves that you're putting down with the images and the music. You know, they're gonna groove to it.
Feel it. They're gonna feel it. Feel that magic, baby. We gotta sell it.
Pale Rider says Sugar Chris knows what's in the box. What's up, Pale Rider? Welcome. He says, I thought the main point of indie comics was for the groupies.
It's for the
I mean, you know, different strokes for different folks, you know.
You will not get Poontang.
Feline has seen what I've been working on, and I do appreciate that. Thank you very much. I'm very proud of it so far, and I can't wait to show everybody. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. So let's see. I don't know if you guys can see this stack I have over here. Let me turn
stack.
Okay, so this is a lot of stuff from last year. You know, it actually goes down below the little thing here. But yeah, all of this I'm going to have to go through, and I will be reaching out to people to have creators on. And if they can't, that's totally cool. I will then do probably a premiere video of me opening the stuff. So anyway,
you got the stuff, man.
The stuff. I got the stuff, man. So shall we see what I got from Vaughn? All right. By the way, let me go ahead and flip my camera here. Let me tell you a story about how the USPS sucks here in my town, and I had to chase my psycho killers down. And by the way, Critical Blast, thank you so much for the fucking tracking number so I could keep track of this and realize that they were about to send it fucking back because it went to my old address.
Oh.
And so I had to chase it down, and it was literally on the docket to go out on the next thing. So I literally got there just in time to pick it up. And your town's USPS is pretty terrible too, Feline. I'm not gonna lie. She got in some boxes that looked like people just literally kicked them out of the truck and down her driveway.
Right.
Just terrible.
Just elbow dropping them as they go.
You know, that scene at the beginning of Ace Ventura? Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically.
Hysterical.
Yep. All right, so What do I open first? Do I open Psycho Killers first, or do I open chat? What do you say? What say you, chat?
Yeah, let the chat pick.
And while you're picking, I will go grab
Psycho Killers,
grab my knife.
Terror in the Trenches. Either way, it's getting opened with a sharp ass knife. We're doing some surgery tonight. You guys are invited. We're gonna. Yeah, there it is. I like that. Perfect.
It's gotta be this knife.
Yeah.
What's in the motherfucking box?
Like, yeah, you're supposed to say like a cool bully line from the 80s, and then you release the blade. Hey.
Mind if I cut in?
There you go.
Oh, we gotta vote for Psycho Killers, then Terror in the Trenches. Flying Feline says Terror. Oh shit. Okay.
Lady. It's one vote for Terror, one for Trenches, or one for PK. Psycho.
That's right. Another. Somebody vote. Because I've got all kinds of good stuff in here.
Oh wow.
I'm looking forward to this one.
It looks like the PK one kind of has some fun things inside it.
Oh yeah, that's got a little bit more, I think. But you were always really good at packing a bunch of stuff in the Gemini mailers, man. Not gonna lie. So tell people what the inspiration for Terror in the Trenches was, if they're not familiar.
All right, so Terror in the Trenches, I took a Golden Age character from the 1940s, made in World War II, named the Black Terror. And I wanted to reinvent him as like the ultimate dark avenger and just make him a cool character. I was shocked when I saw that he looked as cool as he does with the skull and crossbones, but he wasn't. And I ended up coming up with this story late at night, just thinking about this guy, about this hero who was out of the game and had fought in World War II in the trenches and kind of lost his mind there a little bit. And then I thought, what if some horror from his past, some horrible villain or whatever group came and bombed his hood, leveled the place. And then as he's moving through the trenches of what was his hood, he's kind of flashing back to his dark days of being in the trenches of World War II. So it became Terror in the Trenches. It became Black Terror is in the trenches of what was his neighborhood, flashing back to like the terror days that he had in World War II, where something really nasty went down. And that's what the story is, man. This is the story of Black Terror having to put down the white pharmacist coat and stop being a healer and start being a terror again. So it's a grade A badass high T dark Avenger story that I've always wanted to tell since I was a kid. And
hell yeah, dude.
People are gonna
I love the taking of old characters, like public domain characters, and reinvigorating them and staying true to their essence. I think that is a fantastic way to not only honor our heritage, what has come before us, the legacy, but also to breathe new life into, the current industry, new indie comics, man. And right. there's something about those old characters. They're classic for a reason. Right.
There's so much untapped potential that I saw in Black Terror that I didn't plan on writing the story. I didn't plan on crowdfunding a book. And yet it all became so cool as I worked on it and made it just for the love of it, the love of this character that seems so, classic, yet he's not really respected in mainstream, So I was like, I can make him cool. I can make him cooler than anything on the shelf in the mainstream. So it was kind
of from what I saw, because I was working in the shop when Dynamite was doing theirs, and I think you did a much more original take on him. And since Leak came in and voted for Terror, we're going to go ahead and do Terror in the Trenches, and then we will pop open the Psycho Killers.
All right.
So,
Dr. Incision here. Very nice.
I love the tape, man. I love it when I get one of these in the mail and I can tell who it came from, so that I can reach out to them and say, hey, come hang out on the show. Because sometimes I'll get them and I'll be like, I have no idea who this is from. Who do I reach out to?
Mystery package.
Exactly. Come on now. What's going on?
Yeah, I know that life. I back a lot of books. Oh, dude, yeah, that tape too. It's low noise tape that I put on a low noise roll, so it's like the most relaxing experience taping these up. It's great.
Oh, I bet, man. I bet.
I'm noise sensitive. Ooh, baby.
There it is.
Files. Ultra top secret.
Boom. And the patch on the back.
Oh yeah.
See, look at all this stuff that Vaughn manages to cram into this bag and board.
I make it work.
All right, let's dig in.
There you go. You got your standard stretch goal extra goodies, freebies. You got your patch. It's iron on. If you want that.
Hell yeah.
So you don't have to worry if you don't worry about sewing.
Man, I'm gonna have like the coolest fucking battle vest. Like I said, I'm putting together a comic book battle vest to wear to shows.
That's gonna be sweet. Little Dan Lawless terror print. Lady Satan trading card.
Let's see. Maybe I can get this down here a little bit closer.
Oh yeah.
There we... Are you gonna stay? You gonna no? You just gonna okay. There we go.
Should I stay or should I go? The Mystic gone ballistic with gun heels, Lady Satan. And you get some cool little stats about her on the back.
Man, I love the cards. I love getting cards with the stats on them because I to this day still have all the sets that my dad and I collected. We'd go to the comic shop and we'd buy like a box of cards and we'd pop them open, see if we could get the entire set in the chase cards. We usually get the whole set with some doubles, and then we'd hunt down the chase cards together, So whenever I get these cards, it always reminds me of those days with my dad. So I appreciate the hell out of them whenever anybody does them.
Fantastic.
And I know people like complain about them and I don't need all the extra tchotchkes. Well, that's fine. I do. So
yeah, some people don't. Some people do.
Yeah. Welcome to Fear City.
Yes, that line really stuck with me because that was the title at the top of a pamphlet that the New York cops would hand out to you in the 70s in New York. It said, "Welcome to Fear City."
No shit, really?
Mm-hmm. And I was like, that's perfect for what I'm doing with Black Terror, with the fear and everything.
That's fucking great, man. I love that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I love it when real like stuff from the real world gets used in our stories. Mm-hmm. Verisimilitude, as I like to call it.
There you go,
dude. I love that
double-sided poster. Yeah,
yeah. Well, and the fact that this is taken from that Wolverine Nick Fury comic from back in the day. That was Steranko, wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, this is a great homage. I fucking love this, dude. Yeah. And
so cool. So
Satan
cool.
Here.
Love that.
Gunwitch.
That homage just seemed natural. People seem to really appreciate it. And then of course, Kelsey Shannon just killing it. Man,
Kelsey's so badass. Oh yeah, here I'm looking at it normally, and all the camera's showing is her ass. Sorry, everybody. Kelsey did an amazing job.
I don't need any apologies. I was enjoying it, but okay.
But it's like I'm not having a problem. Yeah,
her ass looks great.
Kelsey's awesome, man.
Isn't he awesome? I love him.
He is fantastic
stuff.
Love watching him on the Graybeards channel over on Aaron Lepresti's. Him and Brohawk and Dave Martin.
Yeah, sweet. He turned that in kind of last minute. I didn't know he was going to turn in something for the campaign, and I was like, hurry, get this,
what do I do
for the campaign? Get it on the campaign now. It was amazing. It was so nice.
That totally sounds like Kelsey.
Yeah. He'll get it done. He will get it done. Oh yes. So the Terror Files. This is this is the print set.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. With a little something extra on the back, you get some cool. Basically, they're meant to be as if kind of like dark classified files. Yeah, a dossier of as if they're being followed by different agents, and so that you get the agent's notes on each character.
Fuck yeah, man! I love this. You remember back in the day when we were all really excited about the MCU and we got the first wave of the MCU and it culminated with Avengers, right? I still have my briefcase that has S.H.I.E.L.D. on it. Comes with a fucking Tesseract and all the movies on Blu-ray and shit like that. And it came with dossier stuff like this, and it was so fucking cool. I love shit like this. This is
sweet.
awesome. Yeah, this is fucking fantastic.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, the little stories in the agent's notes. I hope people appreciate. They're pretty they're pretty insane. Walking warhead.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that is fucking cool.
Soldier of the Black Reich, which is the name of the group that comes back for terror. Come back to take him out. Man.
These turned out gorgeous, man.
Thanks, man. I'm really happy with them. It's very I love it. It was very hard. I tried to work with some designers on this, but I kind of lost touch with them, so I did it all myself, and I think it came well. I had a little help, but for the most part I had to do it all myself, and it came out pretty good. I'm happy with it.
I think they turned out great, man.
Stressful.
Detonetta is a great character design, man. I love her. She's awesome. That's why I had to draw her for the fan art contest.
Oh yeah, you killed. I remember that. That was awesome. I had this character in my mind, and she wouldn't go away. Like this almost cliche, but not. You know what I mean? Because she's like a sexed up vinyl Nazi, and you might see that a lot.
Yes.
Bondage, you'll see that a lot. But that's not what she is. She is a real deal. She considers herself a baroness. I wanted to kind of take the Baroness character and then mix it with a classic Nazi villainous,
Totally. Yeah. Kind of that whole werewolf women of the SS vibe, totally. Without all the gratuitous sex, I guess.
The best movie Rob Zombie never made.
Right? What's up, Corey? Good to see you, man.
Oh, Corey.
A lot of stuff. Yes, it is. Hey, what's up, Valve Z? I think that's what it says. Welcome. Watch it over on Twitch. Frosty says Luke with the fan service. Yes, indeed. All about the fan service on this show. All right, and now for the main event. Dun dun dun. Look at this beautiful book. Oh man, that spot gloss and the shiny. Oh, the shiny. Look at it.
Oh, it came out great. I'm so happy. I didn't know it was, people consider it so risky to do red and black together, but I mean the red lettering with the foil came out great.
Oh, dude, I love the foil. It really gets the mood across when you look at it. It reminds me of those stark those stark novel covers when they would use a font like this to get that bold point across. You know what kind of story you're getting into when you see typography like this. It sets the mood immediately. And this is one of the things I love about comics in general. When it's done right, everything from the artwork to the fonts, the logo design, everything goes into the feel of the comic when you go to read it.
Right. I tried.
It reminds me of those 80s movies about World War II type stories where this this would be taking place.
Right.
I can hear that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was thinking almost like Tarantino too. With that font style, it reminded me of movies, high T 70s movies.
Yes.
Gratuitous, exploitative, awesome.
Totally. So. Yeah, and I love the what do they call this this really matte feel?
Oh, it's a satin matte finish.
Satin matte. Man, I love the way that feels in the hand, man.
Me too. We had it on Monster MD and I had to do it again.
Yeah. No, I like that. I like the fact that they were able to do that with the spot gloss and the foil. That's impressive. Who did you use?
It seems to have lightened up the black of the background to where Black Terror pops more because his black doesn't match the black of the background now. Now it's it's got that satin, gave it this kind of more of a matte, or it's the matte finish. Changed its shade of black. I went with who was it? Was it Color Vision Printing for this? Yeah, Color Vision Printing did this.
They did a
they were
good
able
job,
to do
man.
it. They were able to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, they did.
Pretty
They did a
sweet.
good job, and yeah, you're right. It almost makes with the matte background. It almost makes it kind of like a haze in the background. So, like you say, Black Terror pops more. Oh. Signed. I love it.
Welcome to Fear City.
I love it, man.
That's the actual pamphlet they handed you in New York when you would show up in 1975.
Shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
So cool.
And did you do all the graphic stuff on the inside?
Yeah. I'm addicted. I was when I was just a kid figuring things out, and I was going to school for graphic design for a bit. But I didn't do it that long or even get that good at it. If anything, I had this like bitchy professor tell me I was a disappointment. I always disappointed like certain professors. Then other ones were like, "You're kind of brilliant. You need to keep doing your thing." You know, those were the cool ones who understood how I do things. But
right, those are the ones that wanted to encourage you to keep going. They saw that you had an idea of things,
and they were the ones who thought it was cool that I did comics. The ones who didn't think I was cool were always disappointed in me and giving me bad grades. And the ones, he understood that comics were good. He understood.
Yeah.
They were awesome.
When I was going to design school, that was the ones that I always ran into as well. You either had the teachers that understood comics and thought they were cool and understood kind of where you were coming from, or they just didn't. And every time you tried to do something that even was flavored with comics, they'd get upset and they would grade you even harsher.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. I unfortunately had the same thing, man. But you
it's
persevere.
Part of it. You persevere. We do. You don't.
And it makes you better for it, man. You know, it makes you better for it. You know, you have to refine your comic book stuff so it gets past the non-comic book snob. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it works for everybody, not just the nerds.
Yeah, you make a story so damn good that like no one can deny it, and
exactly, man.
You have a damn good time doing it,
dude. I love this opening. I remember seeing these pages, and Monica just kills it.
Monica's amazing.
Yeah,
superstar. Really lucky to get to work with her, and the fact that she wanted to do this as much as I did was great. We were like a solid team. Like, we're gonna make Black Terror so cool, everyone's gonna lose their shit. It was great.
Hell
great
yeah! The gratuitous 2-page spread. That's awesome.
What a badass!
Terror in every man. I was Black Terror.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Nice. He's different now. I gave him the ability when he inhales this gas that gives him his strength, his durability. But when he breathes it out, the byproduct is this fear toxin. So when he's close to you or he's interrogating you, you are seeing him as what you fear most. And hence the name Black Terror.
Yeah, so a little bit of your own twist on the original mythos of the character then.
The original character, he just inhaled a few what they called formic ethers, and then he was strong and super, and then went and fought Nazis. This one, I was like, let's make the name Black Terror mean something.
Right.
Like
here you can see.
Yeah.
See that. Say when. I love, and Eric Weathers, man, coming in and doing the fucking great lettering, man.
Yep.
There you go.
Amazing
fucking
lettering.
Love it, man.
I love the idea when you see the say when, you see a little bit of green gas around the bubble because he's walking with the gas on his mouth. So I thought that was a cool visual.
See, and that's what I'm talking about. Like little subtle things like that add to the comic, that add to the story. It's all part of the storytelling. It all is, it all goes into the the whole, the
mythos,
the amalgamation of everything. I guess I don't know.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And then
I don't know. There's my words fail me at this point, but I don't want to spoil anything.
Baby. Okay.
Yeah, I know. You guys may have seen a little bit more into that than I wanted you to. But that's all right. That's all right.
I mean, I don't build it up much before I take away everything Terror has. So
Just know.
Yeah.
Hey, Matt.
What's up, Matt? Good to see you, and welcome, Sis Rep and Sis Rest Trips. Welcome, Sis. And what's up, Phil? Welcome. Hey, Death Pusher. Good to see you. Book looks sick. Well done. Yeah, I cannot wait to jump into this book. Very much looking forward to it. Let's see. And I want to make this movie. Terror in the Trenches. Yeah.
I'd watch that.
This would totally make this would make a badass live action, but it would also, given Monica's style, it would make a fucking fantastic animation, just like Monster MD, dude. Monica's style lends itself to animation really well. You know?
Yep. There's a reason Lego has hired her to do their books and stuff. She can do it all. She can do it all. And yeah, you're right. We called this Tim Burton on roids for a reason. So
that's accurate. That's accurate.
Not Tim Burton. I'm sorry, Bruce Timm on roids. Duh. I'm just
Bruce Timm. Oh yes,
I need to smoke
yes,
more
Bruce
weed.
Timm.
Apparently, I need to smoke more weed.
Yeah.
Bruce Timm on roids is what we've been.
The funny thing is, I actually knew what you were talking about.
Yeah, I could tell you knew, but you decoded me. You know me.
And then you're like, wait a minute, not Tim Burton. I was like, oh wait, no, that's not the right name, is it? That other Tim guy.
Yeah, Bruce Timm, man.
Yes, but no, and you can totally see that on the design for Detonetta. Look at, and I love these images. I revisited this image over and over when I was doing my fan art of her.
Oh, yeah, brilliant! We knew in order to sell this, it had to be more than just Black Terror is cool. Don't you think he is cool? Like no one thinks he's cool. He needs a rogues gallery that's so cool, and we needed character designs that weren't like normal character designs where they're just standing there looking cool. We needed something like this. So Monica and I gave her the direction. She understood. She made magic.
100%.
I basically would write I want this. I would write I want this pose, and I want this, and then I was and make it work together on the page. Make it frame it right. She did it. She killed it.
Well, see, and that's the beauty of having a collaborator that speaks your language visually as well as with words. You guys could on the same page visually. That's why the beats work. Love it, man. I'm so looking forward.
So rare to find that too. So hard to
is.
find someone you could jam with that well. So hold it high and find it. Hold on tight.
Exactly. Let me wrap these up here.
Put your secret files up before.
Yeah. I got to put the dossier away. Hang on. Man, and Dan Lawless. Let's talk about this fucking print right here.
Yeah, look at that.
Dan Lawless killed it, man. And it's kind of an homage to that Spider-Man scene from Ditko, isn't it? Where he's pushing up against that building. I mean, it looks like it anyway.
I actually didn't even think of that, but you're right. But I directed him actually with a piece of Superman, lifting up rubble on his back, kind of 9/11-y looking type tragedy. And there's maybe people underneath him or a kid that he's saving. And I was like, let's do that with Terror. But it's his whole, neighborhood, his whole, all the buildings have come down around him and and everybody's dead except him, let's show him in the hellscape, so Dan was all over it. He was like, hell yeah, I could do that.
He's great, man. I love his stuff.
Yeah.
It's been so cool to see him doing stuff over here for indie projects, for Comixgate, just to see, see him do new characters rather than the same old. It's cool, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Is he doing his own book soon?
I'm not sure. I would love to see him do his own book soon.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Dude, Mark Texiera did that card for Shane Davis. Dude, that's a hell of a pull. You kidding? Tex is great, man. Love that dude. Love seeing the creativity.
I know. It's amazing how many people try to shit on it. You know what I mean? Nobody takes it seriously, but it's I'm always amazed. I'm like, really? These are amazing team ups, people. You got.
And they're telling good stories. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's, I don't know,
It's
man.
the new wave. Well, you know what? The new wave of the punk rock always had people shitting on it too when it came out. So
We, you know, to quote a Fear Factory song, "We are the new breed. We are the new flesh."
mm-hmm.
Yep.
Sink your
This
teeth.
I can't wait to fucking read this, dude. I'm so looking forward to it. Book is fantastic.
Let me know what
dude.
you think, bud. I hope. You
Oh, I absolutely
hell out
will,
of it.
man. I absolutely will. All right.
And now,
Oh yes.
now,
Let's get.
I mean, there's a pull tab up here, but we're still going to use the knife. You
of
know,
course,
we have to.
Signature knife.
Mm-hmm. This is the official knife of, you know, what's in the box. Oh, before I do, let's say hi to Will. What's going on, Will? Good to see you, Mr. Bedomo. My homie. What up, two of my favorite creatives of mine? Welcome, sir. Good to see you.
He's got his book going too.
Yeah, he do. We're going to be kicking ass and taking names, too.
Coliseum, right? Is it called Coliseum, I think?
He's got a couple of them.
Oh,
But yes, I believe that's the one with Krieger. All right. And so I had to get the shirt, of course. Everybody knows I love my merch. I mean, I'm wearing my Tarot Witch of the Black Rose shirt right now that I got from a Kickstarter. So had to look at that. Look at that. That is so fucking badass.
That's beautiful.
look at it. Look at it.
And I don't know if you can see the in the collar stamp right there, but Gifted Rebels. I love it. Hell yeah, man.
And I love working with Gifted Rebels, and part of my contract is that I get to design the shirt for the book, for whatever book I sell them.
Yes.
I'm such a nerd for it. I love designing shirts. So yeah, I'm glad you dig it. I got to design this. Adam was awesome to work with, and the book's coming out awesome. So we haven't got to it yet, but yeah, man, it's
dude.
Psycho Killers is just one of the coolest, raddest stories I'm ever going to come up with.
So tell people a little bit about this one, because you guys kind of like brought this one up, launched it, and fulfilled it, you know, before I could even have you guys come on and talk about it. So
it's like a 20-day campaign.
Seriously, like shotgun this motherfucker out. And when you're like, yeah, it's only going to be up for so long and then not available at all, I'm like, fucking seriously? Damn it!
Yeah. I mean,
so yeah,
it was definitely, it's an ash can, and it's helping us raise money to do the full big book, which we're going to crowdfund that later, which you'll get the full version in color and the whole story. And so it was meant to be a quick fun thing, but also like to you know, get people hooked, you know, like get people interested. And to drive up demand. So yeah, we did that. We did only 20 days and numbered and everything. So yours should have a unique number. And out of 400, I think. And yeah, we just had a blast. I mean, it was basically the story. What happened was this. You probably know Go-Go 13 in manga. The creator died, and I got bummed out. Go-Go 13 is this ongoing. It's like one of the longest ongoing stories in all of manga and all the comics. It's been going since the 70s. The story of a very quiet, high-T assassin sniper who always seems to get his kill and then moves on to the next story. And that's it. There's no backstory. There's no bullshit. There's no multiverse. There's no, he has no kids. There's like no bullshit. Like no wife, no nothing. He looks awesome. You know, he wears a suit. He gets his assassination on. And anyway, the creator died. And I got bummed out.
Yeah, man.
I was so bummed out, and I was like, he had created something so pure and amazing with Go-Go 13. I want to create something cool. And then I started coming up with the idea of like, could I make psychic assassins, but make them, you know, suit-wearing, suave, sexy, badass psychic who use psychic abilities that we kind of know, but in creative, fun ways that are deadly as hell and fun.
Fuck yeah, man.
I started coming up with this cast of crazy characters and this crazy story. And one day Adam came to me and said, Vaughn, like, it's time. I got to pay you to work. You know, let's work on a book together. Let's put something out.
Fuck yeah, man.
What do you got? And I'm like, I got Psycho Killers. And he was like, hells to the yeah. And the rest The rest is us working on it. It's the story of basically a very dysfunctional family of psychic assassins. They were psychic kids raised to kill by this one psychic agent who used to work and kill for the government, but now think of him as kind of like a silver-haired Pierce Brosnan, retired James Bond assassin guy who did a lot of dirty work for the government. He decides he's going to cleanse the world in his own way of the evil he saw. And so he saves these psychic kids and raises them to be the perfect, untraceable assassins.
Fuck yeah.
And so, yeah, that's what's going on. But the actual story kicks in when he finds out, or when they're all given their last mission, which is to kill each other.
Shit. Now that's how you set up a fucking story with some tension. Holy shit, man.
Yeah. Like it's our main character is Necrotoxin. He is an astral projector, so he can project like a fake hologram of himself, like a decoy to distract you or like talk to you or whatever, or to run away, and then you'll chase that and miss him. And then while he's looking, or while that's going on, he'll be looking at down a scope at you, ready to astral project this mind bullet into you and blow your brains out of your head without using any bullets at all, though. So if you get
suddenly your head just explodes.
Exactly.
Fuck, man.
And
that's terrifying and awesome, and will absolutely make for some fucking beautiful visuals, I can guarantee.
Indeed. And think about it. He's scared of his brothers and sisters a little bit, even because they're so deadly too with their different abilities. So it's this awesome. Every like story in it so far is this awesome matchup between Necro and one of his brothers or sisters, and it's like a ferocious battle. But as it plays out, you see their past as kids growing up and the story of like their relationship. So nice. That's how I set it up. Not in this book though. This is like your intro in this Ashcan you got. This is the intro to the whole Psycho Killers debacle.
Fuck yeah. Will says Black Flag is almost there for a big update, and I have that shirt. Good. You should have this shirt. This shirt's fucking badass. Vaughn knows how to design merch. I mean, we've talked about how much we both enjoy t-shirt design. Yes. And I don't know. I try to tell everybody, but Vaughn is the one that helped me finalize my logo. My new logo that I've been using. Yep.
That's a good shirt.
Thank you for that.
Very good shirt.
Thanks,
very comfy. Man. Always like tossing that one on. Yeah, man. When you love good music and like different, I don't know, pop culture-y things, you just start having a thing for good shirts. Good, like,
I think so.
Metal shirts, yeah.
I think so. It just kind of goes hand in hand. Oh,
there's nothing hotter than like a metal or goth girlfriend walking around in one of your metal shirts too, like in the morning. It's a good thing. I'm always like, yeah, you should put on the typo negative. Put on the typo.
Oh, 100%.
You're my girlfriend.
Absolutely.
You're putting on my typo.
Bloody kisses.
Ooh, yep, 30th anniversary of Bloody Kisses today.
That's right. Oh, look at this.
Beautiful. That album, man. What an
album. Yeah, 100%, man. 100%.
Might have to put that on later, man.
Dude, there's that and October Rust. I love both of those albums.
I love October Rust. That was the album where like the day it comes out, you and your friends get out of school, you like carpool to Best Buy, you fucking buy it, you buy the shit up, you buy it up, and then like you don't even get in the car and go home. You sit in the parking lot and like open the car doors and play the album and just go, whoa.
Just hang. Yeah.
Good times.
Look how pretty.
Oh, the
yes,
Psycho
that's right.
Killers.
Damn it.
Damn right. I could not stop seeing these crazy characters in my head and thinking of all these cool, different, deadly ways to use psychic abilities that like are just really visceral and physical. They needed to be. I didn't want any situation where someone's just like looking at you and then your head explodes, right? Like just like using, like scanners or mind waves. None of that shit. Like it needed to be physical. I don't know if that makes sense. Like they need to be more brutal and more like in your face badass James Bond kung fu style, but then at the same time they use a psychic ability and like your head. Like for instance, what's a good example? That chick with the red hair at the bottom with the hat.
Yeah.
Like she uses telekinesis, but she uses her long hair like these, like kind of like Medusa and Marvel, but much more deadly because she's shoving strands through your head, strangling you, you know, grabbing your gun out of your hands, and then it uses the gun. The hair will use the gun to blow you away too. It's just
so she's a psychic Medusa. That's damn.
Yeah, she's got
horrifying.
Yeah, and the hair will drain your energy too, like a vampire. So that way she's also like Romanian. So I'm kind of going for like a succubus psychic.
Oh, dude, love it. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah. Her name is Hemotox too, which of course is hemo, blood. Yeah.
So
it goes back to
very
vampire.
cool.
So that's how I was designing these characters around the fact that their code names are after real life toxins. In our world. So I went and I had to study up on all like my toxins, right? Necrotox, neurotox, phototox, myotox, cytotox, cyanotox, and hemotox. Dinotox are the main old guy. Who trains them is named Dinotox, which is great because he's older dinosaur, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I looked at all the names and I was like, these names could go so perfect with like a certain type of character that has certain types of abilities and traits. So I had fun with that. Yeah. Oh yeah. Endo and Exotox are the two twins you see there with the silver and the baseball bats. See how they're kind of melding into each other?
Yeah.
One of them is Exotox because he's on the outside. The other one is Endo because she'll hide inside of him. They're Siamese psychic twins that can warp into each other and like shit. So yeah, you got
fucking
Exo
rad, man.
All the names kind of like connect in a way.
Wow.
In a cool way.
Dude, I love it. And you know, all that fun world building just with the names, you know, with the names. Like, I can't wait to find out like what else is going on in here. And I got 305 out of 400. And I jumped in as soon as I could too. This book went very fast, you guys.
Yeah.
You don't understand.
People
look at that.
Got into it.
They did, man. Look at
that. You got the signatures from the team there. Pretty
That's
badass.
Right.
I was awesome.
Yeah, man. I love it.
Sign it. Yeah. Very cool.
I love that, man. I know that sometimes it's not easy to get that done, to have the whole team sign it. Now, is the regular run of the book, is it going to be black and white like this, or there is some color?
Yeah, there's some little dabs of fun color throughout.
But the actual
I love spot color.
Yeah, we did some little surprises for you guys. But the main book we're gonna find a colorist, and we're gonna make it look just so phenomenal with Paul Gorey's art. He brings this kind of retro manga, funky, kind of like his own kind of style of It's kind of retro, which is perfect for what I'm going through with Psycho Killers. I told Adam, like, if you hire this guy, I think we can make a hit. You know, so I'm glad he went with it. And now
there's definitely like you said, the retro manga feel to it, but with like, you know, kind of updated a little bit. You know, I love the tones. Does he do all the tones and everything as well? Like all the colors, just does the artwork, or is it
Yes.
Okay. All right.
He does physical pages. There is no digital here.
Oh shit! So this is all physical. So this is markers.
This is all markers.
God, so these
are all real.
I mean, if he's using Copic, this is warm tones, warm gray tones. Dude, I love this even fucking more now, dude.
He's legit.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude. Yes.
Markers too. Great Copic work. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Oh, you guys don't this, man. I bet these original pages are fucking beautiful, dude.
Yeah, they sold out on the campaign of the original pages.
Now, how many original pages did you have on the campaign?
I think he had 12.
Wow.
I think he did. Maybe he had more. I didn't pay enough attention of the original because I'm sure he kept one or two for himself. Oh yeah, someone might have gotten that double spread of all the killers and hanging out.
Man,
this is where they meet on a psychic plane for their little powwows, you know. It's called what did I call? Oh my God, I gave it a name. What is it called again? I forgot. Anyway, it's basically like the dark, shady place where they get their orders sometimes when they need to like all come together and listen to Dino Talks. And so he's called them for a little meeting. Well, meanwhile, Necrotox is in the middle of trying to shoot some dude in the head, so it's fun. Nice.
Right. Totally not working right now. Thanks.
Yeah. He's like, we get this, make this quick, Dad. He's like, you know, it's like it sucks because you can ignore your parents' calls, but with Dino you can't because he's in your head.
Right.
No,
because he's in your head.
Link. Get that. That's one of the things I wanted to toy with in Psycho Killers throughout the story, because they grew up together. There's special bonds there, but because they're psychics, there's also like deeper bonds where there's a lot of like them sensing each other if they're like in the same city, shit like that. Like there's kind of a romanticism to it, even, you know, like when he has special connect. Like the first person he fights is Phototox 33, the hot blonde, who can use psychically bend light. So she has like photokinesis, and she will bend light to disappear. But she will also bend light to kind of turn into like a diamond badass who can smash through walls and and fuck shit up. So like,
all of a sudden she's visible and she's dense as a diamond, gonna bash you in.
Exactly.
Wonderful.
Yeah, very deadly. Like I said, no, she's coming for Necrotox in this. Imagine that, and it's a fight. It's just such a brutal fight. It's so cool. But she's normally a supermodel, so she kind of hides in front of the world, you know, as just this famous model we all know and whatever. And
that's awesome.
While she's out, you know, doing shows, she'll find some corrupt fucker, maybe shake his hand, and then be able to psychically sense, you know, like this guy.
He's a piece of shit.
Guy's a piece of shit. He's, you know, he's raped a few of my model friends or whatever. And she'll take him out. She'll take his ass out.
Sounds like it's time to die.
And that's part of the fun of Psycho Killers too, is like, do you want to see them murder elites, like elite scum fucks who get away with it usually horribly? Like Psycho Killers is for you.
Yeah. Who doesn't want to watch that?
Then you get to watch two badass characters just have the most brutal throwdown. And it's not just psychic abilities where people are like, my mind versus your mind. I mean, it's more physical. It's more James Bond action.
Yeah.
Everybody's dressed up in suits, looking suave as fuck and being badass as it gets. Like, I don't know, man. Psycho Killers gets me excited. Like, it's just,
dude, I can tell. I can totally tell, man.
So it's the characters are so great. I've never written such a large cast before, my man. I've never had a cast that works this well together, you know. I'm so excited to tell everyone all of their stories of their just crazy, fucked up childhood and how they were trained to be killers and how they have to kill each other now. And that's kind of hard for some of them. They all had different relationships. Him and Phototox, that's the first big battle in the first book, right?
Yeah.
Like, they had a past, and you're going to get to learn about it. And it's so interesting to see how she shaped him and he shaped her back when they were young, and how that kind of shapes the fight they're having in present time.
Man. Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. What I kind of went for.
Totally.
And Adam seemed to love it, and I'm like, all right, we're doing it. So yeah, it's
then rock and roll.
It's kind of like Black Terror when you read it. It's a mesh of like him remembering the past, but but the past kind of correlating with the story moving forward too, so it doesn't get bogged down with flashback. Instead, the flashback itself is its own cool little story that moves forward also, and kind of like it's like reading, you know, A plot and B plot in a story, like and they all connect in a cool way that makes their fight more meaningful. It's not just a fight, it's not just punches, it's two people who grew up together, who maybe even had like a little bit of romance for a minute. Like there's a lot of drama to these fights. Anyway,
so you need that. You got to have character impact. Otherwise, it's just, you know, characters punching each other for no reason. There's got to be a reason behind the fight. You know, there's got to be, and when you have two characters, like you said, that have a history, and then they have to, you know, duke it out. You know, you can pull on those emotional heartstrings, man. You can play around with that. You know, add more depth to the encounter instead of just, you know, fisticuffs.
You called it,
you know, psychic or otherwise.
You put it very well, and that's what I hope when you guys read the full book 1, which is I think about 132 pages. That's what I hope I achieved in that monster, and I hope we can crowdfund it and make it the coolest thing ever. Yeah.
Feline says that's crazy. I love it. When we were showing the original artwork or the pages with the marker and stuff, man, that's beautiful stuff. You got the perfect artist for this book, man. The tone,
Great.
the feel of the book.
Yeah.
You got the perfect artist for it. I think he does a
Paul's killing
fantastic
it.
job.
Good job. I've seen some of the new pages for the that are coming for the forthcoming campaign on the main book. Man, this is gonna be. There's not going to be anything like this out there, man.
Hell yeah, well, see, that's what the indie scene's supposed to do. We're supposed to put shit out there that's not out there like anything else yet, if we can. Try to do something new, do something different. And just have fun making it. Like,
he's such a cool character. Like, he's suave and badass, but you really feel like the tension and the pressure of like having to go up against these powerful people he grew up with. He tries to be very tactical and smart, but sometimes it just gets gritty and physical. It's just great. But the whole idea with him is like, because you don't know if you're ever really talking to him or his decoy.
Yeah.
So he's very tricky. He's a very tricky guy, and you have to be if you want to be a sniper who never gets caught.
If you want to stay alive and out of custody, that's for sure.
The idea is like there's two of him. There's two necrotoxes in a way, because you think
he's always got a shadow.
You always think you know what he's gonna do or what's up with him, and then he's like, nah.
Right.
Like he's good, and that's part of the fun. Hopefully, I'm gonna try to do that with him. He's unpredictable. He's always got a plan ahead that the reader will discover in a cool way and be like, okay, that's cool. Like,
hell yeah.
Hopefully, if I do it right. But I don't know. I like him too because he's, out of all the other psychics, he has a really cool, powerful, scary ability, and yet he's always like kind of having to run and like watch the hell out and like be paranoid and
he's a badass, but he's not invulnerable.
Exactly. Like it makes him more interesting, I guess.
Well, yeah. Who wants to read about a character that can't be hurt, can't be stopped, and they overcome everything? That's a boring fucking story. There's got to be an overcoming of adversity. There's got to be something for him to achieve. He can't just be perfect from the outset.
If you can make your character peanut butter and jelly, which is like the combination of total badass, but goes up against such big badasses that you're scared for said badass, like you've done your job.
That is correct, sir. That is correct. And
these psychics he goes up against,
I can't wait to find out. Now, so you've got this whole cast of psychics in this book, right? Was Necrotox always the main vehicle for this story for you, or was it any of the other ones that that are part of this group that maybe had the spotlight at first?
No, it became Necro pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And because something about his power set to me was like the perfect like vehicle to like tell the story, but also because it's very Golgo 13 inspired.
Yeah.
Necro is very clearly Golgo 13 inspired as a character. So that kind of helped. It's like he was the first psychic power I came up with where I was going to do something cool with it and make it different. So I'm like, okay, astral projection, you project yourself. But what if a guy looks down a scope and is able to project a mind bullet down the gun out of it and then hit someone far away and then psychically, explode their mind from afar. So like when that idea came up with that, I was so excited. It just felt like, no, this is our main dude. Like, none of the other characters ever took the wheel. It was always just Necro.
No, that's a hell of a fucking visual punch, man. Yeah. Like when you get that about a character, I can totally see like, seeing that in your head and be like, oh yes, I've got to work with this. I've got to build stuff around this, and then the world just, opening up for you from there. Yeah. I can totally see that, man.
Then I start researching all the other psychic powers. Then all of a sudden, all the other psycho killers start stepping out. Like I'm starting to see them. I'm starting to get in their heads, starting to see how they see the world. I'm getting into these characters like hardcore. I start designing. And I should share with you while we're talking about it, like character designs I did to basically I couldn't get them out of my head, my man. And I had to.
Story must be told. These characters must have their say. You know, man,
And,
I love hearing this stuff. I love hearing about like the creation and like, you know, the thought process that goes into it, man. This is so much. It's so cool to see how it, you know, starts and then just kind of ferments and then, you know, is finally the thing.
It's
brews
part of
for
the
lack of a
joy.
better term.
It really
Yeah.
is for me. It really is part of the joy of creating, the fun and the thrills and the excitement as you make stuff along the way, and how your own life gets injected into it and you didn't realize it at the time. And then you look back later.
Yeah,
I remember
this is
that.
true.
It's amazing. It's like a little diary almost. But I remember doing these when I was trying to show Paul like just what what the character designs needed to be. So I didn't want to get bogged down in doing designs with Paul forever.
Right.
I was just like, here's what they are, dude. This is it. let's roll. That way we get going on the comic.
You got a story to tell. You know, you see these characters in your head already. Yeah.
Right. So I was like, here we go. So this is the.
I mean, I imagine that's a relief off of Paul. He's just like, all right, cool, let's go.
I think so. I hope so. I hope it helped simplify it for him. He seemed to be cool. That he seemed to start drawing pages pretty soon after that. Fucking all these characters are so deadly and crazy. Except for we got Agent Moxie though, and she's kind of our like Interpol agent that plays kind of a classic game of cat and mouse with Necro. And it kind of, I don't know why I wanted to add her, more just for like the fun of kind of how Lupin the Third is always chased by that dude.
Like, well, you gotta have somebody, you know, you gotta have somebody that's like the minor annoyance that you know he has to keep outwitting. Just
and I like to think there's a little bit of sexual tension that's kind of fun between them two. You know, like it's
sure she wouldn't admit it, but I get it. Yeah,
and
I mean, hell, he might not admit it.
He'd admit it. Paradox doesn't care. He likes confronting her about shit. So you'll see.
Oh, okay, excellent. All right.
He's got some great lines. But
I can't wait to get introduced to these
part
characters.
of the fun, but I think, you know, over time she might end up being one of the characters that ends up helping him. So we'll just have to see how the books go. I mean, it's going to take multiple volumes to tell this story. Obviously, we got a lot of badass characters for him to fight here.
Feline says, "I'm definitely drawn to Hemotox."
Hemotox is so deadly, man.
This is my shocked face. Deadly, you say? Yeah, this is. I'm even more shocked.
The hair, even the gloves and the hat, and the big like ball bearing pearl things around her neck. It's all weaponry that someone with psychokinesis can like throw, and then it will like knock out all the dudes in the room or whatever, you know, or the hat will slice someone's neck open, or the gloves choke someone from afar. But usually she likes to walk through with her hair kind of doing all the work, just extending out and just killing people. She might even be on the phone looking at a phone while like her hair's killing dudes in the background or whatever. It gets big.
Love it.
It's pretty scary.
Dude, I love it. I love it. And I love how, I don't know how in depth you've already thought about these characters, man.
I kind of looked at it as an opportunity. Since I had never made a cast this big before, I was like, dude, this is an opportunity to like really get to know them, but also like, how do they feel about each other and their relationships? Like, for instance, Hemotox and Myotox, when they were kids, they used to kind of fool around a little bit. Like, they used to have a little bit of a romance going. And like, do they still?
And now they might have to kill each other.
Now they have to kill each other. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's all this there's all this fun throughout.
Yeah.
There's
also a little bit of what is it? The conundrum in what is it? Battle Royale with the kids with the collar, and they're all forced to fight. You know. Yep. So I'm very curious to see the dynamic between everybody.
Oh, it's great. Hemotox and Mayo used to be kind of jealous of Photo. And you get to see some creepy shit, some creepy bullying ensue from that. It's everything that happens in that little mansion, not mansion, I guess it's actually a converted old Victorian asylum that's been wiped off the map, where Dinotox converted it into this, you know, psychic school, which you have the patch for, baby.
Yeah,
you got 2 of them. You got double.
I did. I got
Awesome.
I got an extra one. That's cool. Man. I love the patch design, dude.
Thanks. I'm a nerd about doing patch designs. I think that's in my contract too. Yeah, I wanted it to look like what would be on a school uniform for a crazy psychic university.
Totally, man. I mean, totally. That's totally,
Yeah. And then there's
dude, it's simple. It reads well.
Yeah, it should be a shield shape. It should, it looks like something that goes on a jacket.
It's a crest. Yeah.
It's the school crest.
Sigil.
My friend.
Yeah, it's school crest. Yeah, exactly.
The School of Psychic Arts.
Yeah.
But yeah, they train to be more than just badass psychics. They train to like overcome their fear and learn to kill. And when they have to kill each other, I mean, it is. I want Necrotox to be scared a little bit of all of them, no matter how badass he is.
Right.
Like, these are ferocious psychics. Cyanotox, the Snake Eyes Psycho, she's blind. She taps the little silver frame of her glasses there. I don't know if you can zoom in, or maybe I can zoom in.
Yeah, if you can zoom in. Yeah. Whoop. And Anthony, thanks for hanging out with us, man. He said he was going to unbox his tonight, but he said he can't stream over the creator. There's something fucked up about that.
I respect it. I respect that. Yeah. Thanks, buddy.
Appreciate you being here, man.
Tap the gun to your little psychic tuning fork glasses, and this like wave comes off, and she can see everyone in the building now. Like she can psychically sense everybody. She's got all kinds of great ESP, and she uses that to be a crack shot with these pistols. So fun stuff.
Nice. And she's got the Ruger. I like how everybody seems to have like a different type of weapon or a different type of gun so far.
They needed to be different in big ways from each other. I felt like I needed you to be able to like read them immediately and get a different feel. This is our beautiful Myotox, who uses all kinds of psychic poisons and can shift her skin to shift her appearance. And basically has these little psychic snake things too. She's very serpentine.
Yeah.
Phototox 33. Phototox, I mean, she's a little bit like our White Queen from X-Men.
Sure. Yeah, man.
She's inspired by it. But I also thought of, what's her name?
Paris Hilton?
No, not Paris. Oh God, no.
No.
Sharon Stone from
from Basic Instinct.
Yeah,
dude. Okay, yeah, no, totally.
So
I definitely get that.
Like,
absolute fucking sex bomb from I get you.
So I just started.
I mean, I figured that was what the modern interpretation of White Queen was based on anyway.
I could see it because they gave her this haircut later, this type of haircut like Sharon Stone had. That's what I did. Yeah, maybe they did. They probably drew some from Sharon because Sharon's so damn awesome and glamorous.
Right.
Neurotox 66, kind of the inverse of Necrotox and kind of like his rival, like from when they were kids. He's got a thing with these psychic razor blades, and he has scarring from when he was still learning how to use them as a kid. But he'll cut you up. He'll cut you up real good,
man,
real fast into little sections. This is our pyrokinesis guy, Cytotox 77. So he's really like he's like overly strategic, but in like a way that makes him scary as hell. And very cool-headed, no matter what. And he uses fire.
I fucking love that. I love that, dude.
He's just the chillest. He's the most chill one of all. And you always feel like he's a step ahead of you. And he never gets any singeing on his suit. He always comes out with like the flames, and he controls them so well. Like not even like not a taint on his awesome white suit. All right.
Yeah.
He's a badass. Oh shit! Yeah,
loving the wardrobe. Says yeah.
This to me is kind of almost kind of a classic. Like I don't know what you call it, like satanic Carmen Sandiego. I don't know, like kind of we've almost seen before, like the girdle to the arm gloves to the hat,
right?
To the beads.
It's like Black Queen goes on vacation or something like that. Hellfire Club on vacation or something like that, or down at the beach.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
So
it's like
Love it.
It's like we've kind of seen it. So that's what I kind of do with my designs. Like I like classicness and familiarity and this
Seriously,
people can
dude, I love the gloves on her, like the gloves that come up her arm, like the arm gloves. It just it all works together really well, and it kind of pushes that fucking vixen angle with her.
And when it also, I kind of like to think that, her hair, she can use it to try to move around and climb walls or the ceiling even. So she can become pretty animal-like pretty quick in a scary way like vampires do too. She's definitely the succubus psycho, I think is her nickname. And everything you see on her almost she can use as like it's enhanced to be able to be used as a weapon. So she can like crowd control the hell out of people. Or if she's just coming after you alone, like she's just so vicious that it's hard to get away from her, if one strand of hair gets around you, then your energy immediately starts getting sucked out. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's very deadly, very dangerous lady.
Damn.
Agent Moxie, yeah, she's smart, and she's like one of those people who's like, I believe that psychic assassins are killing people, and everyone's like, you're a conspiracy theorist, you're an idiot. And she's like, whatever, I think there's something going on down. Anyway, so she plays cat and mouse with Necro, like we talked about, and I don't know, she's cute and fun. And I felt like, I don't know why, I kept thinking about just adding her to the overall story, but at first it was just added to this Ashcan you're going to read. So she just became kind of a fun enough character to where I was like, she'll make like appearances, like she'll almost catch Necro, but then not, it'll be fun.
Well, it also gives like a counterpoint, like a counterbalance to all of this power. Like all of these characters are super powerful, and as far as we know, she's just a regular agent. So it kind of it gives you a grounding point, I guess, for all of this fantastic going on.
Yeah, I like that you say that. That makes a really good. I mean, that's a great point, and I think I didn't know if it did that or not, but now that you say it, I'm like, all right, that's good.
I mean, just looking at the character designs,
right? Right.
Yeah. Like everybody look at everybody else. Everybody is like high class, high designer, they're high power. She's, she doesn't look bad, but she looks like she's, a little more grounded, a little more like less high class. She's working, she's got the trench coat, and it's a little more grounded for lack of a better term.
For the street. She's got the rain boots for the street. Yeah.
Yeah. I realize the term grounded is so overused at this point because it's usually used by people that don't understand what the fuck they're talking about. But in this instance, that's exactly what I mean. It's a grounding point for all of the fantastic goings on and all of these fantastic high power characters. I love the dichotomy between all of these characters, dude. This is great.
Thanks, man. Then we got the more weird, like, Village of the Damned character kids over here. The twins, Indo and Exo, talk.
We're coming for your soul.
That's exactly how they talk. They use psychic baseball bats of doom to kind of crush their enemies, and they can pop in and out of portals around you and really trash you. But they kind of like to do the thing where she'll stick out of him, and then they can have like a bat in each hand, and then you've got like 4 arms of bats coming at you. It can be pretty ferocious, pretty quick, and they can block bullets with it and shit. So they're weird. They're definitely the most bizarre psycho, of the team. But I kind of love the idea of psychic Siamese twins instead of just twins. So I don't know why these silver jumpsuits seem to like work too, like because they're twins and they have the same type of hair and they're very similar.
Mm-hmm. No, it works, man. It works.
You see high class people wearing these like over the top expensive jumpsuits like this all the time. So it still works.
Yeah, the super expensive tracksuits, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't personally understand it, but I mean, hey, if it works.
But you've seen it.
I've seen it many a time. Definitely. Yeah. I love these character designs, dude.
Thanks, man. It was one of those things where I didn't even spend that much time making them because I just saw them. I knew what they looked like. I knew how to I swear this took me like only a day to just like churn out and just be like, here you go, Paul.
Here we go.
See, and that means that this story needed to be told. It was going to come out one way or another out of your head, and you heeded the call, man.
Thank God Adam, wanted to support me and make this happen. He did great, and it was awesome to have him believe in me so much. So
well, Adam's got a good eye for talent, man. He loves story, man. He's just as much of a comic nerd as all the rest of us. He loves a good story.
He's the real deal.
An eye for it. Yeah, he is. He's coming to hang out here. I think next week. He's coming to hang out for
his stories are going places too. I don't know if I don't want to
Kill
say
Journal's great.
I don't know. Yeah, Kill Journal's amazing. They're doing new stuff with that right now. But like even Kids and Monsters, you might be seeing in other forms other than a comic. Yes. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, things are happening. What I also love is that he's into making board game versions of things. So you guys, we've already talked about it. We could do a Psycho Killers board game and like crowdfunded in the future if people.
See, and having somebody that understands like game mechanics and knows people that work with game mechanics so that they can accurately translate the source material. Oh my God, dude!
Wouldn't that be cool?
Fucking indie board game renaissance. Fuck yes. Yes, please. Like, why not? If they're not going to make media that we want to consume and enjoy, then we'll go fucking make our own. We'll entertain ourselves. You guys can fucking fiddle away while Rome burns. We'll be, moving along, making.
Like
we'll move along to New Atlantis
in an era that doesn't want me to have fun. Like
exactly,
have fun in an era that hates me for who I am and what I am, my identity and shit. It's like, fuck off, man. I love it. I'm glad they hate us. I love being indie rock. I love being indie
absolutely, man.
I'd rather be garage rock than like an arena dude or whatever. I love Comixgate and all the different artists I've gotten to meet because of it and work with because of it.
Absolutely, man.
And it's changed everything, man. And that's why you're seeing so much work come out by me, because I've been like waiting for this moment, like working my ass off for so long that all of a sudden all these different things I made are kind of coming out at the same time. Cave Slave as well with Narwhal.
Yeah.
That did well. People love that. That's getting into hands. People love that book. I'm just I'm happy, man. I'm really happy it is all kind of coming together like this.
Dude, it's fantastic to see, man. I remember when I just gotten the chance to meet you and talk to you, talking about Monster MD and whatnot, and things were just starting, and to see how much it has just blossomed from there, dude. It's fucking rad, man. I love seeing it. I fucking love seeing it, man. It's so cool.
It's a lot of work, but it's what I like to do.
Yeah. Well, what is the old saying of fortune favors the prepared mind? You were prepared. You had been working on this stuff, and it had been cooking for years. And you just put it off to the side, doing what you need to do to get by. And this opportunity popped up, and now here you are.
Psycho Killers,
you were ready.
Pretty new and raw when I pitched it to Adam, but it was already so like realized in my mind, and I was so excited, and it was in that state when it's a new idea and how you're extra excited about the new idea. That's totally,
and you just can't stop.
You can't stop. It was in that state at the time. So when Adam jumped on board, it was just awesome. I totally the script came easily and came pretty quick. The character designs came quick and easy. It was just one of those visions I had, and I'm really glad. It started off as just wanting to carry the torch for the creator of Golgo 13, because he had created something so sexy and suave and cool, and you just don't see that much in comics. So thank you to him, to Saito. Thank you to Saito. But I think it's kind of become its own amazing thing. It's not just a tribute or anything. I mean, this became its own cast of amazing characters that I think people are going to love, and love the action of them, love the look of them. I don't know. I'm proud of this. It's like James Bond, little bit of X-Men, sorta. It's got or some people called it Umbrella Academy-esque too. So
I could see that, but I mean, it's a group of superpowered individuals, and you have their personal interactions, and how they have to have to deal with it. I never read Umbrella Academy. I'm not a super huge fan of Gerard Way's music, so I never really checked out the comics.
I checked out the comics because I didn't know his music at all. So I was just like,
oh, okay. See, I was very familiar with people telling me I should check out My Chemical Romance, and then this emo whiny stuff is going on in my ear, and I'm just like, why did somebody tell me to check this out?
Yeah,
this is not my thing. I would have to turn it off and then have to go put on Cannibal Corpse or, Flesh God Apocalypse.
Get some Slayer playing through.
Rinsing your drums.
Oh God, that's much better.
I cannot listen to that either, dude.
Yeah, so I knew about his music, so I kind of skipped the comics, and for better or worse, I had people tell me that I should go back and read them. I enjoyed the TV show,
Yeah. I think I got through season 1 of the show and then I just dropped out. Like I just didn't.
Oh,
maybe I
think that's all I watched as well. I don't know if I watched season 2.
Still like at least 2 or 3 seasons, right? But
I don't watch a lot of TV anymore.
Me either, actually. I'm working too much.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I find myself sitting here drawing, and I'll be listening to YouTube videos. I'll be, learning about, color theory, or I'll be learning how to shim something up with, carpentry tools and whatnot. It's just all kinds of stuff, random things.
I have learned some pretty random things online.
Right? You can learn anything from fucking YouTube anymore, man. It's great.
Yeah. Like I didn't call people to fix my fridge. I go to YouTube and then I fix my fridge.
Exactly. Umbrella and toxic steroids. And then Sysrest says, mind telling Vaughn, thank you for making classy badass again.
Hells yeah, man. Suave, sexy, classy badasses that you think, are just dainty or like part of the elite world. But no, man, they have to be able to float in the elite world to be able to kill the elites. So they have to look good as hell. So yeah, you think they're all dainty. So they can get close. Oh man, like when you're in their presence, you're like, this person's gonna mess me up. I can feel it.
They're dangerous.
It's because it's got to have that gravitas that Golgo 13 has. When people see him, they're always like, "Holy shit! Like that's the most badass Japanese man I've ever seen in my life." They need to have that gravitas because when Necrotox collides with them in battle, you feel the weight of the fight to come. You know? What I mean?
Yeah.
And even
there's got to be that impact.
Necrotox meet again. There is some actual visuals of these psychic sparks, like in the air in front of them as they look at each other, just sitting there chill, looking at each other in the outdoors in an alley. Fucking these sparks are like going off, like psionic interference, they call it, because they have this past, they have this intensity for each other. So you could because it's psychic, I get to visually show that too. And of course, you have to figure out ways to do that in a comic, or else it's not going to be interesting.
Right? Otherwise, they're not going to be looking at it. What are these two people doing standing here in the alleyway just looking at each other? What's happening?
They're down like maniacs.
Yeah. Well, see, that's the beauty of our art form, man. It's the beauty of this storytelling method. You can do that. You can expound upon it. You can show the psychic realm without having to spend, oodles and oodles of money, creating something for the computer so it looks real. You know.
It's so
especially when you have a competent artist that knows what the fuck they're doing. That visual storytelling, man. That's yes, movies and TV shows do that, but comics are such a unique visual storytelling medium, and we need to use every advantage that we have to tell our story.
Yeah, man.
Get subtle nuances.
Break the rules if you have to.
Yeah, I mean, you got to know what the rules are first. You
do.
And one of the best ways to know that is to read a lot of comics. Read a lot of good comics. Go read stuff like classics. Even stuff that you don't think you might like.
Yeah.
Like I should probably go read Umbrella Academy because people have told me that it's pretty decent.
It's pretty decent. I felt the end was a little Deus Ex Machina. Like,
oh, okay.
For me,
sometimes endings are hard.
They're always
a satisfactory
hard.
Ending. Yeah,
they're always hard. But I have this new theory on endings. And that Mark Miller gave me. Mark Miller said, come up with your ending first.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did see that.
And
Yeah.
he was like, and then the rest of he said it's changed my writing forever because now everything that happens in the story before, I know what to do with it because I know what the ending is. So I know what needs to connect, how it needs to happen, how to do foreshadowing, how to do. It's like a setup. You've set yourself up to like slam dunk it, kind of.
Well,
anyway.
I mean, it's like setting up the target to aim at it while you're, down range.
Yeah. You know what I want? Like I want Psycho Killers to have an ending where someone is in a raft with a bottle of champagne, like James Bond style.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Sexy.
that actually brings me up to my next question. How long do you see this story going? Like, how many? I mean, you said the next like the first full installment's going to be over 100 pages.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah,
and how many of those do you think you'll be doing with this story?
Let's see. So he has to fight Phototox. Then he has to fight Cytotox and Cyanotox in one book for book 2.
Shit.
So that's another volume. Those two.
Okay.
Then I haven't written that far. He has to have a sweet fight on like a bullet train with Neurotox, I think. He's got to have a crazy fight with Indo and Exo that's like he's going to barely survive. So like there's a lot and there's more characters to introduce, like other organizations that are messing around in this world. And so there's a lot of mysterious, cool things to come. But so that's what the first 2 books. I'm thinking it might take 5 to 6 volumes.
Hell yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of story, folks.
That is a lot of story.
Yeah.
And if you love story as much as I do, you're probably as excited as I am.
We have tons of characters here with all of them with stories to tell, and we got to like have Necrotox kill them all. So, Psycho Killers. That's it.
Hell yeah, dude. Dude, I fucking love that. So this is gonna be taking up a good bit of your headspace for a while. What else are you going to be working on aside from Psycho Killers?
Well,
more Terror in the Trenches, more Monster MD.
Terror in the Trenches 2 is already the work of Monica, and we're going to be working on it now. That I've pretty much gotten. I've almost gotten out like every single order. I've got the I packaged all the last ones today, and then they're going out tomorrow. So, like, that's the end of those. But I have to just find all the people who have errors now, who had errored addresses. Other than that, I've shipped everyone's order. So, yeah, it's time to get back.
Right on, man.
Terror in the Trenches 2. Then I also want to release a old comic of mine, Kataru Witch Hunter, that I've given away free to a lot of people on digital. Yeah. And I want to maybe do a little crowdfunder, maybe on Fund My Comic or something. To raise funds to make a print version of it, because it's a one and done story and it's already done and people seem to like it. I'll make the lettering better on it. I'll like redo the lettering and then maybe have like a sketchbook of like all my character design stuff, like you're seeing here with the Psycho Killers. Like I was thinking of releasing like a Necrovanicon. Like it's basically like all my artwork throughout the years.
I like that. Yes, do that.
And so that would be a fun little campaign too.
I love that title.
Necrovanicon.
Yeah, Necrovanicon. That's great. One of my favorite bands in recent years is Necrogoblicon. It's goblin metal. If you've never listened to them, they're fucking great, dude.
I don't even know what goblin metal is.
Well, go look up. You gotta. I'll show you when we're done here. I'll show you. No One Survives by Necrogoblicon. It's fucking great, dude. Yeah, they're awesome. I think you'll dig them.
And they hate the show Goblin Slayer. They hate it.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
Maybe they love it. They probably love it.
Right.
Look at all the goblins.
Look at them all die. It's like Faces of Death for goblins.
It is. They die horrible.
Yeah, they do. Shit, man. You got all kinds of stuff going on, and more to come, I'm sure. So let's see. Monster MD. I saw that animation that you had for it. What's the future of Monster MD? Because I really fucking love that book too, and it's you and Monica again.
Yeah. So
will we see a Monster MD and Terror in the Trenches crossover, perhaps?
Ooh. Well, yeah. Terror kind of rummages around during 1975.
Hmm.
The terror gas, though, does keep him young and spry. Keeps him younger for longer or whatever. So,
Just something to think about.
Yeah,
I mean, you know,
maybe, I used to tell people no, but like nowadays I'm like, why not? Like, why wouldn't like terror?
If it's a fun, compelling story, you know.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. I was thinking about doing a new Monster MD. And I've been coming up with some stories and kind of basing it around some vampire stuff and kind of building out the world of Monster MD, where you kind of learn like which monster groups kind of secretly control different parts of the city. You know, how are they all good together, or do they feud and stuff like that? And I was going to make some commentary on the elites again, because that's just what I love doing lately. I just love sticking it to the elites. This is the time to do that in your art and stories, I think.
Oh yeah,
and in general, that's just my attitude.
Well, I mean, it's never a bad time to remind them that we're watching.
Yep. Yeah. So I just wanted, I want to do a Monster MD2 so bad, but I'm thinking like Monica and I want to finish the whole Terror in the Trenches story.
Yes. And
run the 3 campaigns, and then I hope to hell that Monica can do Monster MD2 with me after that.
Love it. I think that's a good idea. I mean, Terror in the Trenches is hot right now, and you've got the momentum on it. You know, you've got the story momentum. You know, both of you working together. So, I think it's a good idea, man. I look forward to it. And yeah, just that's something to think about. Little seed planted. Yeah. Hopefully, that little crossover. You know, fans like that kind of thing. Frog G asks, will the terror vial from Terror in the Trenches campaign keep you young and spry as well? Hope you backed that tier to find out. That's right.
It's awesome. I love that thing. I love how that came out. People seem to be digging them.
I think that's awesome, man. I love seeing stuff like that. It's all things that we can show our love for the it's the merch, it's the cool shit that we have, hanging out in the studio. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so your war vest just got really patchy tonight. Very cool patches. I love how big that one is, too. That's a big patch.
Yeah, dude.
Adam, dude. I didn't expect it to be this big.
Yeah. I'll show you for scale. You can see on me. Yeah. So yeah, that's going to be a good one. That's a pocket patch right there. That's a pocket cover. But yeah, man, dude, this book looks great. I am super excited. So you're gonna be working on both of these in tandem while you finish up Terror in the Trenches and Psycho Killers.
Oh, I can't wait to work on more Psycho Killers.
See how excited this man is about the stories he's telling, and look how fucking awesome!
Yep.
Look how awesome,
my man. You gotta understand, when I'm in my backyard playing frisbee with my dog twice a day, like I put on my tunes. But in my head, I'm like seeing Black Terror move through the trenches, or I'm seeing the Psycho Killers fight. And I'm coming up with all these stories, and I got to get them out. So yeah, man, I just got to do it. I'm cursed. I'm haunted, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to get the stories out, and I'm going to make you guys happy, hopefully. So thanks for me, everybody. And thanks for having me on, because
dude,
really,
you are always welcome, man. Anytime you got a new book, you hit me up. You're welcome to come hang out and talk about it.
You know what I love about you is you are a wonderful reminder that when you like metalheads, a lot of them, you wouldn't expect it, are very articulate, thoughtful people. And you don't, and I know this because I just love metalheads and feel like that's just my tribe, sort of. But like regular
100%.
Normie people see us or see you and are like, they wouldn't expect you to talk like you do. You were fucking, you the way you put things is so on point too. It's as pointy as my mohawk, sir. So
yeah. I tune into the ideas with the mohawk up. You see, they come in and they hit it and they translate down the mouth.
Idea
sometimes.
Yes. Brilliant.
Every now and then I can be quite eloquent. Use those $10 words.
That's what I love about comic fans and my metalhead buddies or whatever. They're smart, savvy people who are not full of shit, who are not snobby, who are down to earth.
and you can talk about anything with forever, you know, and just
well, I like to read. I like books. I like stories. I've been a voracious reader since, you know, my dad got me into comics, and it started with comics. So I love good stories, especially in comic book form. And when I get to, you know, talk about stories, because when you read a lot of stories, you notice things. You can pick up on the good ones, and you can really pick up on the bad ones. So, you know, sometimes you got to read good ones or got to read bad ones in order to appreciate the good ones. You know, be well read. Being well read, you pick up on things that you know, denote good comics. And everybody, you gotta get Vaughn's comics, like, because they're, I mean, yeah, I've picked up just about everything that he's done so far. You know, because he writes fucking good shit. So.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate you. I'm trying. I'm my bowels out. And here's the thing. Like, I am always working on a million other things in the background too, just in a folder ready to go. I've got like a necromancer story I want to do called Death Slinger that already has some character designs kind of ruined. I got a cyberpunk story called Data Racers that, like, I did the character designs for, and I finished them recently, and they look awesome. I'm going cyberpunk on you guys. I'm just having fun.
Yeah, man. Well, see, and that's what this should be. This is indie comics, man. This should be fun. You know, you should be excited about this shit. You know?
Yeah. Damn.
See, you just answered Sysrest's question, or does Vaughn have anything heavy sci-fi in the works? I would say cyberpunk counts as heavy sci-fi.
Yeah,
man. Oh, dude. Okay, when you are ready to talk more about that, we will have a talk about cyberpunk, because I love me some cyberpunk, dude.
Sweet.
William Gibson. You know, have you read any of
Neuromancer?
Well, I mean, yes, the Sprawl trilogy, but Richard K. Morgan, the dude that did what is it? They did Altered Carbon. The Altered Carbon series.
Oh, I never read
Takashi
it.
Kovacs trilogy. Dude, if you like cyberpunk, you need to check that shit out.
The ultimate.
Oh, well, it's good, man. It's a different take on the cyberpunk. It's a different bend on it. I really like it. Yeah.
You kind of have to.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like what I'm doing right now is very classic cyberpunk. But I am still doing my own bend on different things within cyberpunk. I'm definitely changing up some things. I'm taking the heroes out of the city. They're always in the city, you know, and they'll go back. Maybe we'll go into the city at some point, but like, I'm taking them out to like wastelands, like old west cyberpunk sort of.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah,
Where
you got to do something different.
Yeah. So I'm trying, but overall, it's still very classic when you see the character designs. I could show you the character designs if you want to see them.
Yeah, man. If you want to show the audience, absolutely.
I mean, it's kind of early to be showing stuff.
Then you know what? You save that for backstage. Then don't go spoiling nothing for nobody.
I mean, it's kind of fun. Let's see. Let's see. Here, I'll screw it. I just want to
exclusive look here on what's in the box.
It just sits there. Yeah, it's exclusive, baby. Let me show you this. Okay.
And see, this is how you can tell when a creator is excited about what they're working on. Look at this.
So this was my cyberpunk. We've got Slain Fox, the kind of con man, druggy.
Dude, I love it.
And we've got Akaritari, the kind of the build her own custom body, who always seems to have like a part she can pull off her body as a weapon or a hoverboard or whatever she kind of needs, because she's really into customization and almost, you know, she's a little bit, you know, Major Kusanagi from Ghost in the Shell, because she's got the mostly, you know, cybernetic body. And she's like the hacker of the group too. She's very into the VR world. And then you've got the fallen genetic soldier with the super military grade cyber arms that can like cut through stuff. Who's a kind of a deaf mute who chooses to stay deaf in a world where he probably could get it fixed through cyberpunk stuff. Right. He likes the piece of it. He's an ex-soldier who was, you know, abused and used in horrible wars, and he's kind of like a monk. So that's autoclave. Anyway, I don't know. I was thinking these 3 run data, kind of like, you know how Johnny Mnemonic gets like data stored in his brain or whatever. I was thinking, I always love the idea of like DNA data, which is a real thing and is probably.
Oh yeah, it totally is.
Thing. Yeah, I think even a band released their album on DNA recently.
Yeah, they did. I remember hearing that.
Okay, go.
Sisra says someone is a Shadowrun fan. I mean, Shadowrun is cyberpunk just mixed with magic.
You're right. You called it. You called it. I used to play the hell out of Shadowrun. Anyway, so
nice.
That helped influence this for sure too. It's more classic, but
right.
Yeah, it's fun.
Dude, I love it. I love the character designs.
And you carry your data in their DNA and then have to like they are the courier that can't get hacked to take your data, your sensitive data where it needs to go or whatever. And they themselves end up going on a mission together and having the team up and not liking it at first, all that good stuff. And
hell yeah, dude.
And then having to kind of work together a little bit. So yeah, I don't know. I haven't even finished the script, so it's like it's a baby. It's new.
Well, I mean, it's the beginning, man. And see, this is what happens when you just have stories just sprouting all over the place, and you start getting them down on paper, man. And those are all you. You're the one doing the artwork for that, right? So you're doing your own character designs.
Yeah,
that's fucking great, dude. You can get it all set up, and then you could have like this story dump pack to give to like your artist and be like, hey, I got the character designs. This is the story. Let's fucking rock and roll, yo. Dude, that is so fucking cool.
That's how I do it. It's like it's a packet of like a complete script logo. It usually has a logo, character design, and it's a whole production pack. It really is.
Dude, that's fucking great, man. Like I'm sure your artists are always very thankful for all of that reference material, and you've already done all like the creative heavy lifting, as it were, for all that stuff, and now you guys can focus on making the story.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It seems like you're streamlining the process, dude, and the fact that you keep getting all these different projects out kind of makes me think that you have streamlined things. So it's fucking cool to see, man.
I'm pretty fast when I write. Once I get writing, once all that is set up to go, I can just churn it out. So, and yeah, you're right. Over the years, I swear to God, my process has become like it'll be different every time because different projects require different things. But in the end, it is all the same. It's like script, logo, character designs. I like to make a logo early because it gives me kind of a weird goal in my head to make that real and on a book one day. And so I can look at the logo every time I work on the project and be like, all right, like, is this logo right? Is this awesome? Yes, it is. Let's make this book. Okay, let's go to character designs today or whatever. And before I know it, you're right. There's a folder that's sitting there. It's a whole production pack. It's handed off to everybody.
Dude, getting that logo right, because logos are funny things, man. Like getting that right feel, it's like archaeology of the mind. You got to dig into what the story is for that title or for that company, for that name, whatever it is. And you got to find a way to pull that out and say that with the text that you use, with the shapes that you use, the image that you use, you know what I mean? It's I don't know, logo design is a lot of fun. Trying to figure it out. Sometimes, for me, I've had times where I didn't get it right for the client, and they had to pay me for my time, and they moved on. But when you get that logo just right, and it says that thing, and it pops, fucking
that's
love it.
Part of the joy of it, once you get that, and you can imagine the book better and everything, you get excited about it. It's awesome to do the logo early.
It's a focal point, man.
I love that sometimes just the most simple logo too just hits it home. Like if you look at a lot of Mark Miller's books, they're just big block letters, white across the whole top, like boom, like wanted, like, and you're like, okay,
and it gets the point across,
and there's nothing fancy about it. I just love that. I love that. I
man.
Like what he's like when it comes to logos, if he has other people do them or if he does them or what, I don't know. But it's always very simple and big.
Good question.
He does sometimes. He does
because even Nemesis was like that. Yeah. I actually just read the first series of that the other day. I got a trade a while back for real cheap, and I finally got to read it. Man, that was really good. McNiven is just fantastic.
That book
with
is
his
insane,
rendering.
isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Holy shit, dude.
It was fun. It was a fun
It
read.
really was.
Yeah.
It really was. I'm looking forward to the
got
next one.
upset by it, and it's a controversial book, but for us, it's like it's just another crazy story. Like
It's a Mark Millar type story. Like, what do you've obviously never read Wanted, and you've never read anything else that Mark Millar has done. Maybe
Clearly.
Kick-Ass? No? You didn't
No.
realize that was a comic book? Okay.
People were saying that's the Nemesis was the book that made them drop Mark Millar.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I know. There's always drama queens.
It's a
online.
fucking... Listen, all you motherfuckers out there trying to tell like a fucking supervillain story. Mark Millar came in and told the fucking supervillain story and stole your lunch money. You just pissed off about it. Shut up. Fuck.
Oh my god, it is a good. You know what? I can't wait to read. I want to read the new one, the new Nemesis.
Mhm. Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing how he connects the Wanted universe to Nemesis and all that, because you know the original Wanted series was great, man. I liked it a lot.
Yeah,
you know,
good stuff.
Sistress wants to know, will there be any biopunk influence in the cyberpunk book you were talking about?
Refresh me on biopunk.
I'm not 100% sure, man. That's a new one on me.
Okay, yeah. There's a lot of, genetics and DNA material is used, but I don't know if that constitutes biopunk.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with biopunk.
Specifics are, yeah.
And I can't get to my keyboard, so Sysrest, if you want to tell us what biopunk is, or if you want to tell us as briefly as you can. But as you can see, Vaughn's got a lot of stuff going on. Got a lot of stuff coming at you. When are you guys looking to do the first full issue of Psycho Killers?
Oh man, I don't want to speak on it because I don't know the exact.
Okay, then don't.
That Adam's gonna say, let's do this. So
okay,
ask Adam though when you have him on.
Okay.
Ask Adam.
I will.
Didn't have him tell me, okay?
Okay.
I can't wait.
I will. Sysrest says Bio Booster Armor Guy Double Agent.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I know Guy.
HR Giegerish. Oh, okay.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, so kind of what Exile does, I guess, would be if that's what we're going by.
Yeah, nothing
would
that
be a little biopunk.
Nothing that biomechanic, but I do love the idea of people who kind of are have the VR headsets kind of burnt into their heads, and, zombified from it, and are all gross and living in these caverns, zombie-ish,
right?
Watch out for type thing. I don't know. It'll be gross and weird, but
Well,
it'll be more classic cyberpunk is what I'm kind of messing. So Shadowrun was a good example.
Yeah.
80s.
Hey, Ms. Good Stuff. She says she got her tear in the trenches the other day. Can't wait for the shirt.
Oh yeah,
yes, the
shirts are coming,
shirt
baby.
Is wonderful. Love the shirt.
Warner is making them now. Glow in the dark goodness coming your way.
Yeah.
Can't wait. People start.
The shirts are great, man. Vaughn always does it right with the shirts, man.
They
all right, guys.
Really happy they actually took up the order just to give them a respect crypto fashion, because the guy running it unfortunately passed away recently.
Oh no!
And so I thought they might be done, but the family members took up the torch, and he's taking on my order, and he's going to get it done, and he wants to keep running the business after. So
excellent, man.
Bounce back from them, yeah. So
that's fantastic to hear. Well, good, because I've liked all the shirts that I've gotten, dude. My Monster MD shirt is still one of my favorites. It's so comfortable, and I love the design. It's one of my favorites, dude. So yeah, hats off to them. I'm glad they're still doing their thing.
Me too.
They do a good job.
Cheers.
Yeah. Well, chat, I've taken up almost 2 hours of Vaughn's time. Dude, thank you so much for coming to hang out, man. It's always a blast talking with you.
Great. Yeah, I had a great time, man. You too.
Excellent.
Thank you for having me.
Excellent. And the next time you got something, you hit me up. We'll hang out and we'll talk. Hell, maybe we'll get together and just talk cyberpunk. I've got another show that I do called Subjective Symposium. Where we have an idea that we just discussed. The first one was with Michael Odin and Literature Devil about the merits of Pattinson as Batman. I was not impressed with Pattinson. Odin thought otherwise. It was a good episode. It's a good episode, but I've been looking for a new one of those to do. So maybe we could have a chin wag about Cyberpunk.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Be really fun.
Man. We'll talk about it backstage. But chat, you guys are awesome and fantastic. Thank you so much for coming to hang out, and we will see you next time.
Later.
It seems that envy is my sin.
Oh, what's in the box? What's in the fucking box?